All right, people, your boy man Mike coming at you guys with more Atlanta Falcons recap. All right, recap of the preseason game. Um, I'm just gonna be real, man. I didn't go in with a ton of expectations here. I just thought the Falcons would just come out, show a better effort. As far as the offensive line looked, the defense looked absolutely amazing. Quarterback, let's start there. Matt Ryan came out, did what he always does, and that's showcase his talents and being accurate, commanding the offense, get these guys going for the most part, and he did exactly that. Um, Running backs, I love what I saw from Devontae Freeman. He looks like the same old free. He looks like he's, showcasing that excellent vision that he has, the feet, his footwork, and just a big play back. And the Falcons missed that incredibly last year. Edo Smith is another guy that I absolutely loved. Looking at him and his skills um, tonight, he looked great tonight. Um, we look the running game looked pretty explosive to be honest. I love what I saw from Quadri Olison. Physical running. I think the only negative that I saw him this game was him fumbling. Um, Olam, Olamide Zacchaeus, he made a great play and getting back and not having those guy, well, not having the guy forcing a touchback. He forced a fumble and whatnot. So I like what I saw from them. Running backs, they look great. Fullback, not going to get into that. Rico Ortiz, I don't think he'll make the team. But I saw Jalen Graham. Jalen Graham playing a bit of fullback. So expect the Falcons to utilize him in a number of ways. Wide receivers, no Julio Jones tonight. Of course, no Julio Jones. You don't want him playing in meaningless games like this. So I'm not really, too upset there. Muhammad Sanu, Muhammad Sanu is Sanu. I like what I saw from Muhammad Sanu outside of the big run from Devontae Freeman that was called back because Sanu was holding. Sanu had just had a bad game blocking for some reason. That's not like Muhammad Sanu. He's probably one of the best blocking receivers in the league, and just did not have a good game as far as blocking concerned. Calvin Ridley, he looks like his normal explosive self. His route running was absolutely tremendous. Is like I said, I think Muhammad Sanu, and Calvin Ridley, those guys don't get the credit that I think they deserve. Um, Especially Calvin Ridley when it comes to explosive plays. He's gonna command some double team this year, especially with Julio Jones being Julio Jones. I think at some time, you're gonna want to, try to see what you can do, by singling Julio Jones up. There's gonna be one fool idiot team that's gonna think that they can double, Calvin Ridley, take away his big playability and leave Julio Jones, one on one with a cornerback. And I think that might be Jacksonville. I think Jacksonville is going to try to see what Jalen Ramsey, Miss Thing, can do one on one with Julio Jones, and he's going to get smashed. He's going to come back to reality, and I think it's going to be that foolish team. But wide receivers, I like what I saw from Justin Hardy. He showcased his talent as a pass catcher. Um, Olamide Zacchaeus, he he was shifty. I think he was iffy. It made, like I said, he made a big play, hustling, calling a fumble, a touchback on the run, and I expect that from him. I think Dan Quinn and his, the wide receivers coach um, Morris. I think he's going to pay close attention to that because, like I said, these guys are young. They're still trying to learn the game. Everything has to slow down for these guys, and for the most part, like what I say for Olamide, the kids. Marcus Green was absolutely terrible tonight. I think he has a major problem when it comes down to returning, catching. Everything just needs to slow down, and hopefully, he can make the practice squad so he can kind of showcase his skills. Um, as it as his career goes on, I think he may be a guy that you want to showcase his skills. Just have to slow down his thinking. right now it's just one of those rookie deals where everything is so fast, everything is so different. You're trying to find your niche. And tonight, your boy was just, your boy just, Marky Green, those guys just had Olamide. He muffed the fumble. Marcus Green muffed the fumbles. Special teams was just a mess. Offensive line, I look what I saw from Chris Lindstrom. Chris Lindstrom looked like an absolute mauler. He and Alex Mack, those guys are going to be an excellent tandem. Gunno don't want him. And I think Tyson Bryo and Tyson Bryo and Caleb McGarry, those guys are going to fight for that right tackle position. Jarvis Williams, I got to say thank you, guy. Thank you for the super chat. I truly appreciate that, man. Um, like I said, you're one of my favorite guys, not because of the super chat, but you've been a loyal supporter for your boy, man. I truly appreciate that. All right. Um, Offensive line, like I said, Jake Matthews. Jake Matthews had a couple, actually a good block on the Devontae Freeman. Him, Jamon Brown. Jamon Brown was kind of iffy. He jumped off sides. Don't know who's going to be the starting, but from what I've seen, just in the preseason alone, Jamon Brown is going to win that job over Carpenter. But we will see. Offensive line look absolutely, they look good to me. Defensive side of the ball, I think Tack McKinley, Vic Beasley, those guys did exactly what I expect them to do to make impact plays. And like I said, man, I think a lot of teams are just, they're sleeping. They're truly sleeping on the fact that Tack McKinley and Vic Beasley, these guys are finally being utilized to the best of their ability. All right, the best of their ability. All right, they're really being maximized. All right, these guys are 34 outside defensive ends slash linebackers. These guys can, they can play in coverage for the most part, but they guys you can use in coverage. You can use them as rushers. They can do it all. So Dan Quinn is going to utilize these guys' talent to the maximum ability, and Tech. He showed that tonight. He showed exactly that tonight. He got an interception. Thinking Deuce not made a play. Love what I saw from Deuce not. Grady Jarrett was Grady Jarrett getting the backfield. Jack Crawford was an absolute animal tonight. I think he and Allen Bailey, those guys look absolutely incredible getting pressure. They had a couple of goal line stands. So I love what I saw from those guys. I think the Falcons defensive line rotation is going to be absolutely excellent. So there's no worry there. Linebacker Jermaine Grace, absolutely. Michael, that's absolutely true, man. Those guys look absolutely amazing. I think you cannot count out Jermaine Grace as the backup middle linebacker behind Deion Jones because this guy made plays. He's fast. He's quick with his reads. He knows what the offense speed is. Awareness. Jermaine Grace looked absolutely awesome. Duke Riley. I like what I saw from Duke Riley. He looked fast. He looked quick. He actually made a couple of plays on the goal line stand against the Washington Redskins offensive line and running game. He stood out. He actually took on a block, and then came off the block and made the tackle. So Duke Riley made some plays tonight. I love what I saw from Duke Riley. I love what Falcons linebacker secondary. True front was not tried tonight. They didn't try to go at true front at all, and I'm not surprised by that because true front is the absolute truth. Secondary. Oh man, I gotta say this. I gotta say this about Keanu Neal. I know everybody's worried about him. Him and his hit. It was a personal foul, but I don't give a damn. Okay, I don't give a damn if it's a personal foul. We need to be feared. The foul defense have to be feared, and Keanu Neal once again showed us why. Okay, he showed us why we need that. We need that from. Okay, we absolutely need that from Keanu Neal to show that fear factor. Okay, a fear factor this Atlanta Falcons defense did not have last year. You go across the middle, you better believe that Deion Jones, Keanu Neal, Ricardo Allen, all right, especially Keanu Neal. If you go across that middle, wide receivers, tight ends, running backs, Deion Jones, Keanu Neal is going to lay the wood on you. And like I said tonight, Keanu Neal almost took out Devondre Campbell. Okay, Keanu Neal almost took out Devondre Campbell. So I love what I saw. The physical aspect of football on the defensive side of the ball. Still a little bit concerned when it comes to pass protection. I mean, but you know, when you have a guy like when you have a guy like um, Julio Jones, he's going to command a certain amount of attention. So I wouldn't worry about these guys, blitzing and things of that nature, getting pressure on the quarterback consistently because I think the Falcons are going to be running the ball. I think they're going to be a more of a ball control offense where, yeah, you're going to have these guys, doing whatever the game plan permits. So depending on what the opponent's weaknesses is, if they are poor against the pass, the Falcons are going to come out passing. If a team is poor against run, um, yeah, these guys are going to come out running the ball. So the Falcons will be okay. Sorry about that, but um, if the Falcons, if these guys are going to be, if these guys are going to come out, if these guys are going to come out and um, if these guys are going to come out and if these guys are going to come out, I'm sorry, I'm having issues with the connection right now, but I think I got you guys back. But yeah, if these guys come out and continue to do what they do, man, I'm not concerned with this. I'm not concerned with the penalties with Keanu Neal and him hitting guys and all of that. I'm really not concerned. I think the Falcons need that. But one aspect of the team that I am tremendously worried about, and I know a lot of Falcons fans can attest and can agree to this, is Giorgio Tavecchio. I know we're absolutely spoiled rotten with kickers. When it comes to this franchise, we've always had a terrific kicker. We've never struggled when it came to kicker. Go all the way to 1998 when we had, Morton Anderson, Jason Elam. We've always had a great kicker, and now we have a young kicker in Giorgio Tavecchio who is absolutely struggling right now. The Falcons, um, look, man, I don't know. I honestly don't know what to do. So at this point, I'm just going to trust that Dan Quinn and Kotwicker, I hope I say the guy's night, the special teams coach, that they know what they're doing. They believe in Giorgio Trevecchio. I'm just going to lean on those guys' experience. I'm going to lean those guys' knowledge and their faith in Giorgio Trevecchio because I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't have any faith when it comes down to Giorgio Trevecchio. You missed 4 kicks in the preseason. Um, After a pretty good second half of the season, at the end of the season last year, I don't know which one is the true Giorgio. I mean, that's the biggest issue for me. I don't know about our kicker. I know about Matt Barsh. I know what he can do, but I don't know anything about Giorgio Tavecchio. So I'm just going to lean on Dan Quinn's experience. I'm going to lean on Brian Cotwicker and them knowing what's best for their team. Should they go after but Matt Bryan, I'm not sure. I don't know if this is a wise choice. I don't know if it's a wise choice to, kind of screw with the young kickers' confidence by bringing in a guy like Matt Bryan. I don't know if you can lean on a guy, an older guy like Matt Bryan. I just don't know. This is one of the few times that I'm just going to lean on Dan Quinn's knowledge. I'm going to lean on him as a coach and knowing what he's doing. But special teams was just absolutely atrocious tonight. Like I said, Olamide, those guys struggled. Um, those guys struggled with returning. Those guys they couldn't catch the ball. We couldn't kick. Only bright spot on the special teams, to be honest, was Matt Barsha. Matt Barsha is probably the only consistent thing about special teams right now. So, just gonna get to you guys. If you guys have questions right now, I'm gonna go through your comments. Jarvis Williams, again, dude, I truly appreciate your contribution to the channel for the super chat. Like I said, man, everybody, man, you guys continue to support your boy Mad Mike, and I'm going to continue to give you the best possible Atlanta Falcons content on YouTube. All right, that is what I do it for. One Carter defense got uh, the, yeah, the defense is going to be dangerous this year, man. Mike, absolutely, man. Like I said, these guys are getting pressure from different guys. We're not just getting pressure from Duke Riley, but we're not getting only getting pressure from Vic Beasley, Tack McKinley, Grady Jarrett. We getting pressure from guys like Deuce and not Jack Crawford, who was an absolute animal tonight. The dude played excellent. I love what I saw from the Falcons defensive line, and the linebackers are just flying around. Like I said before, Jabane Grace, you get Deion Jones back, him going, it's going at full speed. Keanu O'Neal, you got Ricardo Allen back, man. Desmond Trufant, his confidence is high. Man, this defense just looks absolutely incredible. Um, yeah, Tack was a damn Tack. Man, if it wasn't for that wide receiver, I think he could have. If it wasn't for that wide receiver catching them from behind, yeah, Tack probably would have run that to the house. But special teams is a major issue, man. Jalen hurt his knee. Yeah. Hopefully, it's not anything that's it's going to be too serious. But yeah, defense looked great. Easy De Niro 404. Appreciate it, man, for your support. Justin Hardy. Look, man, it looks like Hardy might be our special teams guy again. Until we get a returner who can actually catch the ball this time, look like we might be looking at Justin Hardy as the returner. And yeah, that's what I said. I said, yeah, it looks like the Falcons might have Justin Hardy as their returner because we can't have guys muffing fumbles, giving up easy points. That just cannot happen. So the Falcons, in my humble opinion, will have Justin Hardy or Ito Smith. Maybe Ito Smith, but it looks like right now Justin Hardy may be our returner yet again because we can't find a guy who can actually catch the ball. Okay, we can't find a guy who can catch the ball, and until we find a guy who can catch the ball consistently, either Justin Hardy or Kentron Bonner, those guys are going to fight for the return spots. Offensive line looks much better. Absolutely, those guys, Easy De Niro, those guys look absolutely good. I thought the run blocking was absolutely great tonight. Um, Outside of Gunno and pass protection, Gunno is a better guy. You probably want Gunno in as a guard rather than a tackle. He's still a young offensive lineman. Don't want to put him up. I don't think he's ready to be a starter in any stretch of the imagination. But I like what I saw from the offensive line. Those guys did absolutely great. Duke Riley, he played much better, man. He may be on the hot seat. I'm not sure, but with the emergence of Jermaine Grace, nothing is guaranteed. Nothing is guaranteed. And Dan Quinn said that he's going to look for guys who are going to contribute. One thing that is in Duke Riley's favor is that he's a fast guy that he can use on special teams. Um, and that's really it. Like I said, Jermaine Grace, I think he's going to make the team. I think Bruce Carter will probably be the odd man out. But the, Jermaine Grace and Jermaine Grace and Duke Riley, those guys will probably make the team. Falcons extraordinaire look much better. The Falcons look much better tonight outside of a few special teams. Yeah, just some special teams blunders that pretty much put the game away. Eatling, he looked like a guy who's only been on the team for what 3 days, 4 days, if that. Um, I love his athleticism. Eatling, man, he can. You can Falcons can find a way to try to use him and some Taysom Hill type, um, you know, Wildcats, Wildcat, some runs on third. third and short, just find a way to try to get the ball in hand because I like what he can provide as a runner. Grayson Duke Riley going to fight that out. Quadri Olison, Dre G. Yeah, he was definitely on point tonight. James Overton, unknown comic. Matt Brown will be back tomorrow. Man, look, man, look. I don't know. I really, like I said, I don't know what to do with the kicker position. I'm just gonna trust Dan Quinn because, um, look, I honestly don't know. I like Giorgio, but at the same time, you can't be missing 39-yard kick as a kicker, man. That's your only job. If you can't do that, then how am I supposed to be confident in your ability? All right, I'm just going to be honest. Madison Lane from Newark. All right, appreciate it. For you tuning in. Trucker B, rise up. Keanu Neal's absolutely man. That dude is a damn. Whew, Keanu Neal. Like I said before, the Falcons, if they if teams don't respect their physical nature on the defensive side of the ball, they better. Because you got the field. You come across that middle, even if it's a penalty. Look, man, that players don't like to get hit. Some players don't like contact. Some players can't take a Keanu Neal hit. All right, I can't take a Keanu Neal hit, so I know that they can't. All right, look, that dude is like a damn Mack freaking truck. All right, that dude is a freaking monster. All right, so we got Keanu Neal back, laying the wood on people. Physical safety slash linebacker. He's in a box setting the tone, and that's exactly what their Falcons do. Even Ricardo Allen showcasing his IQ. I love what I saw from Ricardo Allen. He recognized plays, got a tackle. He made a couple of plays in the run in the pad. Like Ricardo Allen, Keanu Neal, man, I just underestimated how much these guys mean to this Falcons defense. So Keanu Neal, Ricardo Allen, I love their what they bring to the team. Empire One, I don't know about the kicker. Absolutely, like I said, I don't know what to do, man. I'm just gonna lean on Dan Quinn's excuse, but I'm gonna use his experience to kind of guide us to the decision when it comes down to the kicker because I don't know, man. He has to know better than me. He has to know more than me because if it was me, I'll cut his ass tomorrow and bring back. I'll cut his ass tomorrow and bring him back. Bring Matt Bryan, even though he is 40 years old, but I know, he is. Breaking news: Falcons just signed Matt Bryant to a 1 year, $1.5 million deal. I don't know about all that, man. No, man. I hope. Look, I don't want Giorgio to lose his job, but dude, all you do is kick. Do your freaking job. That's it. Your only job is to kick. So if you can't do your job, then how am I supposed to be confident in you? All right, just the way things go, and that's just the honest truth. Like I said before, man. We gotta improve special teams, bro. We've been absolutely terrible. All right, we've been absolutely terrible when it comes to special teams for a while. We have to clean that up, man. Um, Golden Rooster, no way jobs. I told you you should have signed Bryant. I mean, look, he's still a young kicker. Look, I'm just gonna lean on Dan Quinn knowing what he's doing. All right, I'm just gonna say that I don't disagree with anyone saying let's go sign Matt Bryant, but at the same time, he's still a young kicker. Giorgio Trevecchio has a big time leg. So when you look at it, man, um, it really comes down to Dan Quinn. Does he trust Giorgio Trevecchio? If he continues to miss kicks in the regular season, if he continues to make easy chip shots in the preseason, then you can't stay with him. So, with that said, man, Golden Rooster, well, at least we changed the coach special teams. Yeah, that's a difference. This is a different special teams coach, so hopefully, we will see better results as it pertains to the special teams, in particular for me, returning, because like I said, we haven't had a decent returner in a long freaking time. So hopefully we can get better out of those guys, out of either Marcus Green, Justin Hardy, or Kentrell Brunner. I think Kentrell Brunner will pretty much be somehow make his way to the team as a returner. Um, Sports Lies in the ATL, David, Mike, I was at the game. Those are pathetic offensive showing. Thank God it's preseason. Look, man, it's preseason. All right, give it a rest. All right, give it a rest. No Julio Jones, a limited count when it comes to the starters. Devontae Freeman. I'm not going to say this is pathetic. These guys are rookies, man. A lot of these guys have absolutely no experience when it comes down to playing the game of football. These are young players trying to make the team. You're not going to get a 40, 28 to 30 type of game in the preseason, all right? It's the preseason. These guys are young. These guys are trying to learn the game. They're trying to learn a playbook, for God's sakes. A lot of these guys don't even know the playbook. So, first, let these guys learn the playbook before we start smashing them and saying how pathetic the offense look and all this type. Look, man, I'm not worried about the Falcon team. I love what I saw from the defense side. I love what I saw for the Falcons in the physical run game. So I'm not going to go as far as to say there was a pathetic, effort. These guys are young; they still learn the game, and the Falcons one of the young teams one of the youngest teams in the NFL. So you're going to get bad play when it comes to the preseason. All right. If this was the first team, second team, and you putting up these types of numbers, putting up these types of points, then you would, then you would, be I will be worried. But this is the preseason. These guys are young. These guys have rookies on the offensive line. They have rookies uh, in the secondary. Like, look, come on, man. Let's give these guys a break, dog. Yeah, I think Byron Borkin. I think Zacchaeus will make the squad. I love his hustle. I love his catch radius. The guy can make some big time plays. So I think he definitely will make the roster. I think guys like Christian Blake, Wharton. I don't know Wharton, whatever the guy's name. I think he will definitely um, make the squad. But yeah, we haven't had a return since Devin Hester. Man, Devin Hester, one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest returner of all time. Billy White Shoes Johnson. Like this guy was absolutely amazing. Thank God he was not only the Chicago Bear but the Atlanta Falcons, and we had the distinct honor of having him on the Atlanta Falcons team. And like I said, we are spoiled when it comes to special teams because for the most part, we've always had a great special teams. We've always had a good special teams for a long time. Even when the offense and defense suck, we've always had a pretty good special team. So yeah, we're a little bit spoiled when it comes to special teams, man. Falcon fans are absolutely spoiled when it comes to special teams. Dumpster fire, man. Mike, look, man, dog. This is the preseason. A lot of these guys are rookies. All right, just go look at the Falcons roster. Look at yourself. A lot of these guys have absolutely no experience in the NFL. Most of the Falcons roster in the preseason, the Falcons are one of the youngest football teams in the NFL. So you're going to see bad football, especially when you have young offensive linemen. Falcons are not trying to get these old, fat, slobby, defensive linemen, offensive lineman players that they can come in. Yeah, they can do this and that. No, they want younger. Younger is the best way to go. So you guys are sitting up here saying we're trash because of preseason, man. Come on, dog. telling me that I need to go easy on them because of a preseason game. Come on, Ralph Lauren. Like, dog, stop. Y'all have high expectations for a damn preseason game. Like, you got problems if you have high expectations for a preseason game that Matt Ryan is not really playing in, Julio Jones not playing in. You guys have high expectations for a damn preseason game. Come on, dog. Y'all, like, come on. If you got a if you, the dude just said he paid $15 for a ticket. $15 for a ticket. And you guys have high expectations for a preseason game that costs $15 to get in. Come on, man. I need to take it easy. Nah, bro. I think you guys need to take it easy. Like, no, like I said before, I'm not gonna come in here and bash players, young players at that, because of a preseason game. Half of these guys don't even get an entire game to even play. These guys get a couple of snaps to come in and try to do what they can do. Showcase their talent in a couple of snaps. Come on, dog. Let's give these guys some break. Let's give these young guys a break. These guys are learning on the fly. These guys are learning a complete playbook, entire playbook, in a couple of weeks, a couple of months. Go sometimes. Look, Kyle Shanahan plays. This dude had like 500, 300 different variations of passing plays just on the offensive side of the ball. This is how big these playbooks are. 300 plays in a couple of months. Like, come on, dog. Let's be real. Let's stop bashing these players. Because you don't know what these guys go through. You don't know what these guys go through with their bodies. They have to keep their bodies in shape. They have to learn the plays. They have to go out and pretty much absolutely no game plan. Like, come on, man. I'm gonna bash these players. Come on now. Stop. It was trash. Like, come on, man. We so hard on these guys, young guys who are first year, rookies, second year. A lot of these games, a lot of these teams, a lot of these players have absolutely no time to practice. Like, come on, dog. You got a high expectation. Well, these guys don't have the entire. Some of these guys have one quarter to showcase something. How the hell are you gonna showcase anything in a quarter, dog? Come on. Come on, dog. I ain't with that, miss. Yeah, you can stay the hell on too, Sports Live and the ATL, David. Hell with you. The hell with you. Because I don't need that negativity on here. You guys still got a damn, you really got high expectations for these rookies, these young guys. And I don't need fans like you. Like, if you want to be negative, if you want to be bashing players, if that's what you do, well, this channel ain't for you. All right? This is not for you. So anybody who want to bash these young players for getting out, have to showcase their talent and like a quarter. Most of these guys don't even have a quarter something. Give these guys more time to showcase what they can do. Let's not bash these players because we think what they should be doing. I guarantee you get your ass out there and you wouldn't be able to do half the things that they do. But we're so hard on these players. We're so hard on players because we think everybody should perform like Julio. We think everybody should perform like Matt Ryan. Everybody should be, a Von Miller because they run a 4-3. Like, come on, dog. Where we get this crap from? Who the hell are you to tell these guys that they suck? Because you watch highlights. Because you watch the game. You want to bash these players, man. These guys out here trying their hardest. And like I said before, if you want to be negative, this is not the channel for you, dog. This is not for you. We're going to support our players. Even when Giorgio Tavecchio struggles, your boy Matt Mike is still going to be, I'm still going to cheer him on. I'm not going to bash him. We just need to do what's best for the team. If what's best for the team is to sign Matt Bryant, so be it. But I'm not going to continue blah, 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 and all this. No, that's not what I do, bruh. Like I'm done with you. Good, good. I don't need negative crap on this live. All right, this is full on unfiltered Mad Mike. All right, this is what you get. We don't need no fake fan whether fans are, fair weather fans on this channel, dog. You either with us or against us. We don't bash players all the time. All right, period, point blank. But I think I'm back. I was saying real for a minute, but I think I'm back. Hakeman has left with a neck injury. I hope he's okay. I got to see my boy because I love Rashid, man. Um, but if Rashid is injured, I think that leaves the door. Pronounce the guy name, so I'm just gonna say to a Mariner. But yeah, man. Yeah, Golden Rooster. Like, come on. Like, only people we should really have high expectations to in the preseason, like the kicker. Like, no kicker should be missing kicks in the preseason. If you can't make your kicks in preseason, then what good are you? All right, seriously. I'm just gonna be honest. If you're a kicker and you can't make kicks, that's what kickers supposed to do. So I'm not gonna have high expectations for kickers. All right. I know that little I know that dude David from the Sports Live from the ATL. He probably gonna get on. Now he's probably gonna make a. You probably have a live right now talking crap about your boy Mad Mike. But it is what it is. All right, that's what I do, man. We're gonna stick up for our players. We're gonna stick up for our team. And if you don't like it, all right, toodaloo, like my mother say, toodaloo. Get the hell on, deuces, all that. We support our team over here, dog. That's what we do. Yeah, but Javier, yeah, like I said, I go hard for this team. I'm positive. That's what we do as Falcons fans. We stick with our team. We don't constantly bash our team, man. Like that's what real fans do. We call a spade a spade. If a dude sucked, as Giorgio Tavecchio did, all right, we call a spade, but we don't constantly bash the players. Yeah, I expect some big roster moves. Javier to be coming soon. Don't know what the Falcons are going to do with Daniels or not. I think he played terrific. He showed some flashes tonight. Don't know. I had to look to see what's up with Rashid Hateman. If his injury is serious. Um, I don't know the cornerback. Um, I believe it was a corner who left with a concussion. Hope he's okay as well. Cam Newton, yeah, I heard that Cam Newton definitely left with a foot issue. So I hope Cam is okay. Don't like to see players get injured, especially during the preseason. So I hope Cam Newton and those guys well up there. But he is in a walking boot. Yeah, man. Yeah, it's sad when you have players injured in the preseason. I don't give a damn if it's the Falcons. I don't give a damn who team it is. I don't like seeing players get injured, especially star players get injured in the preseason. So I hope Cam Newton is okay. Hope it's not a major injury, so those guys can come give us their 100%, effort without absolutely no excuses. Because, like, when we win, we don't want any excuses. When we whoop that ass, we don't want to say, oh, man, we was missing Luke Kuechly. Oh, we was missing Cam Newton. No, we want to beat you at 100% because you guys gave us absolutely no. You didn't say last year that we was missing Deion Jones, Keanu O'Neal, Ricardo Allen. Y'all gave us absolutely no leniency whatsoever. All right. Nobody has said last year that the Falcons missed all that. They didn't want to. ESPN, those guys didn't want to say that. We was missing guys last year. They just all they saw with the Falcons was sign and they sucked. All right. So absolutely, West Coast Unlimited appreciate it. I truly appreciate everybody for tuning in. D Ty Golden Rooster, Cam is tearing down. Man, that's one thing. This is one thing I always say about running quarterbacks, and a lot of people that love Michael Vick. Running quarterbacks in the NFL is not gonna last long. It's not gonna last long because a lot of guys run 4.3s. A lot of guys got linebackers that's out here running 4.3s and 4.4s, 4.5s. Man, come on. And guys like Cam Newton, who run all the time, take a tremendous amount of hits. Yeah, man. Like he's wearing down. I don't know from there if you the Panthers, because Cam Newton he had a shoulder injury last year. For the most part, this year, I don't know where you're going, man. Yeah, unless it's the Saints. Yeah, screw the Saints, man. Yeah, all they gonna do is cry for half the season anyway. Everything they do is just, cry, cry, cry. They're still crying. Even when they get their way, they still find a way to cry about something. So screw the Aints. Lucas Stricker opinions on Giorgio Tavecchio. I said this earlier, but for you, I say it again. As it pertains to Giorgio Tavecchio, I would say the Falcons are just. I'm gonna trust Dan Quinn and Brian Cotwicker. Those guys, I'm gonna trust their judgment as it pertains to the kicker, Giorgio Tavecchio, because me, I'm a little bit unnerved when it comes to a kicker. And like I said before, we are spoiled when it comes to kickers. We've never truly had a bad kicker in a I mean decades. In decades. We haven't had bad kicker in a long time. All right. We've had Morton Anderson, Jason Elam. All right. We've had um, Matt Bryant for years. So we are spoiled when it comes to kicker. This is around the first time in a long time the Falcons have had, any types of struggles with kickers. So yes, we are spoiled. I'm going to trust Dan Quinn's his opinion and his expertise as it pertains to the kicker, Giorgio Tavecchio. But if we need to, if the Falcons are if they bring in a kicker, if they go out and look for Matt Bryan, yep, we know what Matt Bryan can do. But I don't know, man. I'm just gonna trust Dan Quinn on this, man. I love what I saw John Kaminsky, but I think he's going to be behind the eight ball because Jack Crawford looked absolutely amazing tonight. He and Allen Bailey, those guys look absolutely amazing. So when you look at this team, man, they're going to have a nice rotation with Brian, Allen, Jack Crawford, John Kaminsky, Adrian Claiborne, Tack McKinley, Vic Beasley. Man, that right there is a nice little solid rotation, defensive line rotation. So I love what I saw from those guys. But Kaminsky is going to have every opportunity to play, to make some plays. Um, because Dan Quinn loves to rotate his defensive line to keep those guys fresh. So yeah, I like what I saw from John Kaminsky uh, for the most part. Yeah, Jermaine Grace and Duke Riley, those guys played well, Michael. That's a great point. Duke Riley looked fast. He's making plays. Like I said, there was one play during the game where um, there was one play during the game where Duke Riley took on a block, bowled the guy over, and then made the tackle. So I love what I saw from Jermaine Grace and Duke Riley. The linebackers for the Falcons, they look absolutely solid. I'm not worried about those guys um, and the linebacker. I trust, yeah, man. I do, man. DJ Ty, man. Like, I do trust Dan Quinn, man. I don't trust Giorgio Tavecchio, but I'm gonna trust Dan Quinn that he knows what he's doing. He knows what's best for his team. I mean, that's the best I can hope for because he ain't hitting kicks, so I damn sure can't trust Giorgio Tavecchio. So I'm gonna trust Dan Quinn on this, man. Hopefully they make the right decision, but because I look, if it was me, man, if it was me, honestly, I would just bring back Matt Bryan because I know what Matt Bryan can do, and I would start over going the draft. Go draft the guy, maybe Rodrigo Blankenship or somebody. I don't know. Bring in somebody in college, you know, to kick because, like I said before, Giorgio is struggling. He's struggling, mate, mightily. All right. I think Duke Riley's his problem is in coverage. I don't think his problem is coverage. I think Duke Riley is more he don't trust what he sees. I think it's with his eyes. Like he doesn't trust what he sees. He sees it. He sees the play develop, but he hesitates. And I think that's where experience and more time as a linebacker is going to help Duke Riley. Is going to help for you. Olakun is going to help guys like Jesus and not. The more experience that they have, the better they're going to get. So yeah, we need to see those guys get more experience on the field. And look, they're going to be good players, man. I'm not worried about Duke Riley. I'm not worried about the Falcons linebackers. I think the Falcons have a solid linebacking core. And Duke Riley, like I said, he played pretty well. He had Jermaine Grace. He played well. So not worried about those guys. Blake Wagner, man. Skip Bailey said Dak is a better quarterback than Matt Ryan. Skip Bayless be on that stuff sometime, man. Sometimes he be on point, but other times Skip Bayless just be on that absolute bull crap. Like, who would say in their right mind that Dakota Prescott, the guy haven't thrown for 4,000 yards yet, and we're talking about he's a better quarterback than Matt Ryan. Like, come on, dog. Had the best offensive line in the NFL, and you talking about he's better than Matt Ryan. Like, stop, Skip, stop. Come on. Yeah, Michael. I think the defense is going to be on point this year. I love where these guys are flying around. They're making plays. Everybody's confident. True Front looking good. Keanu looking strong and powerful. Ricardo back is making plays. We got to get Casey back. Those guys going to play in the first game. So I love what I say. How did Carpenter play today? Ref Lauren. Carpenter actually looked physical. Like I said, I don't know who's going to be the starting left guard. Um, Whether it be Jamon Brown or Carpenter, don't know. But if you look at the depth chart, Brown is the starter. So we will see. Like I said, I love both of those guys that would play physical. We'll see. We will see. Yeah, Lucas, man, how can you say that Dak is better than Matt? Like, come on, that's just like one of those things you just say just to get people riled up. Like Dak, Matt Ryan. Like, come on, dog. Even Saints fans will say, all right, no, I think I'll take Matt Ryan over Dakota Prescott. All right, come on, stop, stay off the weed. You're damn right. Did the offensive line look the same last week? No, super producer, absolutely not. Those guys look absolutely. They weren't great, but they were far from awful. I think there was an average. Like I said, I think they suited. They look great, especially in the run. Um, Alex Mack, Chris Lindstrom, those guys look absolutely in sync, physical. Gunno, he was a little bit iffy in the pass protection and pass protection, but he's a young player. Don't expect him to, come out here and stop a Von Miller or whatnot. He's still a young player, still learning the offense, still learning how to play football. Matt Ryan, Matt Ryan is looking special this year, super confident, growing into his year. Yeah. Once you win an MVP for me, you're elite. I don't care who you are. You win an MVP, you're an elite quarterback. So Matt Ryan is going to do Matt Ryan things. Julio Jones is going to do Julio things. We finally get a healthy Devontae Freeman. If we get Devontae Freeman running the way he can run, look, man, this offense is going to be absolutely amazing. So, um, yeah, man, the Jets. That's one thing about the Jets, man. Like him and that crap Greg Williams, he knew exactly what he was doing. That dude came and blitzed almost every freaking play. Nobody game plans in the preseason, okay? These guys are just trying to get to the regular season just, healthy. To stay healthy. And this guy come out blitzing and ended up, these guys actually, the Jets actually lost two linebackers for the season. They lost two linebackers for the season. So, look, I'm not want to say karma, but no, it is what it is. It is what it is. I'll let you be the judge. Is it karma or not? I hate Greg Williams. He knew exactly what he was doing, coming out there blitzing every single play. Now, come on, dog. This is the preseason. You don't do crap like that. Guys are barely putting up game plan. Ain't nobody game planning for a freaking preseason game. Yeah, man. How? Yeah, it doesn't surprise me coming from the architect of the Bounty Gate. Yeah, like that dude literally came out and blitzed the Falcons every single play, almost every single play in the first half. Like nobody comes there, especially with young players coming blitzing. These guys don't know how to read the playbook, and you come out blitzing them. These guys are gonna look awful. They're gonna play awful. So yeah, man, the offensive line looked much better. I like what I saw from the offensive line, especially Chris Lindstrom, physical. He does struggle in pass protection, but I think during the game, as Dirk Cutter, as Dirk Cutter continues to figure out what his offense can do, what they're good at and whatnot, he's going to call plays to their strengths. So I'm not going to worry about pass protection as much. Yeah, preseason King T'Challa, man. Preseason doesn't matter. Like I said, if you are really looking at the preseason game, if you're looking at preseason, we're talking about preseason. This is almost like practice, dog. This is almost like practice. You're taking the preseason seriously? Man, I can't take you seriously, okay? And that's just the facts, dog. Um, I don't really understand why Brian Hill got faded out of the lineup. Same thing happened last year preseason when he started out. Yeah, man, the Falcons just Brian Hill. I feel bad for him. Thought he made some plays, looked good. Um, but I think it just comes down to the Falcons drafted Quadri Olison, and the Falcons really like Quadri Olison. And it's just a numbers games. Devontae Freeman is not going anywhere anytime soon. You drafted Edo Smith. You drafted Olison. Brown Hill just became the numbers game. I like what he can provide, but Quadri is that dude, man. Even with a fumble tonight, he's still a physical running back. What the Falcons need. And look, it is what it is. Maybe he can make the practice squad. I don't know, but we will see. Talking about practice. Practice? Oh, dog. Practice. Going to the season, I'm concerned about the offensive line and Oliver. Also, Rico a big since coming from injury. Fortunately, we have KZ to step in. Javier, offensive line actually looked much better in pass protection as far as uh, the the old line and pass protection is concerned. I like what they did. Like they look dominant in the run game. They look physical. Like Chris Lindstrom and Alex Mack was eating guys alive uh, in the run game, man. Pass protection is something that will get better, especially what you have a Julio Jones. Um, you're not going to see guys. You're not going to have a lot of time um, to send blitzes and whatnot. So I'm not. I wouldn't worry about pass protection as it pertains to the Falcons' offensive line. I think you're going to have a lot of Falcons going to use a lot of running and play action. So I'm not worried as far as the offensive line is concerned. Isaiah Oliver, still a young player. He has the physical tools. Only thing about Isaiah Oliver is just he doesn't get his head around, and that'll come with experience. He can make plays. All right, when you make plays, you get turnovers and whatnot, which he is a turnover machine. He can tackle. He's great underneath. Technically sound. He's physical. I like what I saw from Isaiah Oliver. But like I said, teams are going to pick on him because you're not going to go at Trufant too much. So I wouldn't make it a habit of going after Desmond Trufant. So they're going to go Isaiah Oliver. So especially with Ricardo Allen on the same size of Isaiah Oliver, you're going to have guy that can help him, teach him where he needs to be, get his head around. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about Oliver. I wouldn't worry about Isaiah Oliver. Demonte Kaiser with his rib injury, he will play the first game. So the Falcons fan. We don't have to worry about that. Um, yeah, man. I just don't like to go to Rooster, man. I don't like to think about last year. Last year was just One of those years, just nothing went right. Just everything could go wrong, went wrong last year. It was just a nightmare, man. Yeah, that's crazy. No guards, couldn't get couldn't get a lot of pressure, and we still ended up we couldn't protect from pressure with a top six offense. That tell you everything that you need to know about Matt Ryan, Julio Jones, and this offense without a Devontae Freeman on top of that too. Like, come on, dog. Falcons offense is going to be legit. We got a better offensive coordinator. I know people, including myself, wasn't too happy with the Dirk Cutter hire to begin with, but the Falcons don't need a excellent play caller. They just need one that was better than Steve Sarkisian. And without a doubt, Dirk Cutter, no one can say that Dirk Cutter is not better than Steve Sarkisian. So Matt Ryan, that offense, Julio Jones, we just need guys that can be competent as a play caller. No one to take advantage of a blitz. No one to take advantage of a passing, a defense that can't cover the pass, a defense that can't, stop a run. So I'm not worried about Dirk Cutter. I'm really not worried about Dirk Cutter at all. Ralph Lauren, too legit to quit. Too legit to quit. Yeah, man. I'm not worried about the Atlanta Falcons, but I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Again, if you guys if you guys continue to support your boy, um, 2,500 subscribers, man. I'm trying to make 3,500 subscribers by the end of this season. Actually 4,000 by the end of this season. Um, I'm going hard. Like I said, I'm gonna go hard. I'm trying to become one of the biggest Falcons channels on YouTube, the biggest Falcon channel on YouTube. So I appreciate everybody for tuning in. I appreciate everybody for tuning in to this live chat. But your boy Mad Mike is out. I appreciate it. Be gone. Be easy. I'm out, man. Peace.